Mary Magdalene is personally instructed by Jesus Christ to go to his brothers and tell them to go to the hill in Galilee where they will see him. She then goes to the disciples, confirms she has seen the Lord, and shares Jesus' instructions. This is significant because in first-century Jewish culture, women were not considered reliable legal witnesses, yet Jesus chooses a woman as the primary resurrection witness and messenger. This is an explicit command to proclaim core doctrine, namely the resurrection, not informal sharing. This is an authoritative transmission of the gospel message, given first to a woman, despite cultural norms at that time, a direct commission to proclaim the gospel. Matthew 28, 5-10.
At Jesus' crucifixion, although the male disciples had scattered, Mark 14:50, several of the women remained. Mary Magdalene, Mary mother of Jesus, her sister, plus Mary mother of James and Joseph, and Salome, wife of Zebedee. This is also significant because they become primary witnesses of the crucifixion and the burial of Jesus Christ, both key elements of the gospel message. Mark 15:40-41.
Mary of Bethany, sister to Martha and Lazarus, sits at Jesus' feet. A disciple's role and the posture of a rabbinical student, typically reserved for men. Jesus then defends her choice, and he says, "Mary has chosen the right thing, and it will not be taken away from her." Jesus is explicitly defending a woman in the role of doctrinal learner, affirming theological discipleship of a woman in the role of disciple, a learner of doctrine. Luke 10:38-42.
The Samaritan woman at the well is one of the longest theological conversations Jesus has with anyone. Jesus reveals his identity directly to her. "The Messiah you speak of, I am he." She then leaves and brings to him everyone from her town. Many of these Samaritans believed in Jesus because of the woman's testimony. This is active and effective evangelism, not passive faith. She moves from theological learner to an active evangelist. Her testimony leads to mass belief, which is ultimately the practical outcome of teaching. Jesus initiated and validated this by revealing his identity to her. John 4:5-42.
The formal commission is given to the male disciples, Matthew 28:16-20. But the women had already been personally commissioned earlier, Matthew 28:7-10. They were part of the broader follower community present during and after the resurrection.
The narrative shows while the male disciples are foregrounded, the women are already acting in that role, confirming that the Great Commission also included women.
Jesus affirms women as disciples in Luke 10. He engages them in theology and uses their testimony to convert others in John 4. He chooses a woman as the primary resurrection messenger with an explicit command to proclaim core doctrine in Matthew 28, and directly commissions women to preach the central message of Christianity in Mark 15. That's not incidental inclusion. It's a functional model of discipleship applied to women. Sit under teaching, grasp truth, communicate it to others. That combination is very difficult to reconcile with any idea that women were not intended to participate in teaching or spreading the message of or about Jesus Christ. Jesus didn't just include women. He taught them, trusted them, sent them, learning, believing, proclaiming. That is discipleship, and he gave it to women too. Women chosen by him.